Hi guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get started on this video. Pollution. It is one of the most terrible things that has ever happened to the human race. It is responsible for destroying our oceans. The Pacific Ocean has many islands that are made entirely out of plastic. It is the difference between the lush paradise on the right in this picture and the terrible hell on the left. It is resulting in the melting of our ice caps, the extinction of the polar bears. It is the worst thing that has ever happened to the planet Earth, and just short of the asteroid which killed the dinosaurs, and that was pretty high up there. It is resulting in the destruction of our rainforests, all of the beautiful plants and animals that live there. It is destroying all of the possible cures and maybe medicines that can be found there, and instead turning them into deserts, into terrible, dry, barren wastelands of nothing but pure death. This picture, of course, is rather inappropriately beautiful, but it still is able to is able to push across the point. Now, while we're on the topic of pollution, on Minecraft, pollution comes in the form, not in the form of smoke or in the form of plastic that you dump in the ocean. Instead, it comes in the form of lag. It comes in the form of lag. And so one of the biggest solutions to pollution on Minecraft is to simply not have 10 trillion animals in the same spot. So as you can see, it is possible to put a whole bunch of mules. Okay, that's not a good example. Chickens. If you were to put, say, 10 trillion chickens into this spot, not only would the noise be horrible, but because of all the entities in the area, we would lag so hard, and it would get to the point where you wouldn't even be able to move. Depending on just how bad the pollution is, you might even cause such catastrophic damage to the computer as to completely destroy it, as has happened before. So, an alternative solution is as follows. As you can see here, we have what is commonly referred to as an Autoharvester. You simply place all the plants and place all the crops, then I didn't wire up the redstone for this for some reason. I believe that I was negligent. But the way it works is you push a... Again, I was negligent. I push a button, and it automatically harvests all the crops for you. But unfortunately, one of the problems with this machine here is redstone produces a tremendous amount of lag. So I propose a compromise. In order to keep things automated and increase the efficiency of everything, I believe that there is a way around most redstone creations that involves much less redstone than this. And this we can see here. This is a prototype of an auto harvester. As you can see, it's not quite as big. It's only 7 wide and 7 long because of the limitations of the water fountain, basically. But here's how it works. Instead of going up and pushing a button, you come up here to this source and you put the water bucket where the water flows down and and it harvests everything. Now, of course, this does have limitations because the water has to flow from the top, from the splitters all the way to the front, and that means that some of the blocks are going to be left behind. But that's okay, you can shorten it if you want, or you can simply extend it as follows by doing this. And then that looked bad. That looked very bad. So from there, and so after that, you can just place the water on the sides and remove this block. That will of course open up one lane, or if you make it even shorter, you can push it a little bit further than even that. Anyhow, that is how you extend this waterfall mechanic. As you can see, it is somewhat less space efficient than the button auto harvester, but because it doesn't use redstone, it obviously doesn't create a lot of lag. Now, here's how to implement the splitter mechanism. It is a little bit complex. I had to take a moment to figure it out myself right before the video. So, as you can, let's follow these steps. The blocks that you use to build this can be made out of anything. It can be made out of sand, it can be made out of glowstone, it can be made out of dirt. But the point of it is to make it so that you put the water on one specific block, and then it flows in a certain way that you desire it to flow, which is in this direction, so we'll block those parts off. And then the water block. And then it flows out in this direction, and just like that, you have a fully functioning water fountain. Now, of course, I would recommend trying to center it if the number of blocks is odd as opposed to even, because that allows you to get the most out of your water fountain. There, that's better. And of course, we can take this one step further with an even bigger fountain. So let's say we block this side of the fountain off, and of course the water flows that way. So then we add a splitter and give it some place to go. And that increases it to 3. From there, you just add 2 more splitters, and the process repeats. For every splitter that you add, it gets wider by 1 block, basically. Now, I know this probably looks a little tedious, but as you get to it, or as you start making these, it actually starts to simplify itself. You'll see how it works. Here, let me replace the splitters with sea lanterns so that they're a little bit more obvious. And why don't I just replace the wall components with dirt so that they're even more obvious. Blah. So, and the water goes there, and just like that, you've got a 5-wide water splitter. Now, this mechanism can also can pretty much work as wide as you want. The only downside of it, of course, the only limitation, I mean, is that dirt can basically only go up to 8 wide, because water only hydrates up to 4 blocks away, so if you have a water on each side, then that means that still only means it'll hydrate up to 8. Now, if you do it with an odd number, it goes up to 7, but I think if you block off one side, you can push it up to 8, so it doesn't lose a whole lot of efficiency compared to the button auto harvester, but it still doesn't have quite the same length. Regardless, it is still a much less laggy version of the same device that can perform the same task without using nearly the same complicated technology. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is more complex than a button that's hooked up to some wire. I mean, this, compared to this, yeah, that is much simpler. But aside from the fact that redstone doesn't produce more lag than just the fountain, theoretically of course, there's also the factor that you don't have to go mining for redstone with this water fountain. all you have to do is go down to y equals 50 where iron spawns, and I can't show you that on the super flat world, but whatever. You get a bucket, or maybe you don't even get a bucket, you just find a patch of water, you build this structure, and okay, so let's alter this blueprint here. So let's say your water is, here you have this water source block. Okay, so all you have to do to make it flow is break the dirt, and to make it go back, replace it. Is that easy? So, I'm planning on making this into a full series called Greenstone, which, as you saw from the start of the video, basically the idea is making redstone that's a lot greener for the hypothetical Minecraft planet. I mean, assuming that pollution equals lag, and Minecraft is the representative of the Earth, then reducing pollution means reducing lag, so yeah, the metaphor stands. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and that this helps you to create less laggy machines. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall see you later.